Saturday, February 17th, Horror Addicts kick off the Creepy Channel Crawl, a 24-hour marathon featuring today's up-and-coming horror tubers, ready to jump scare their fan base to meet YouTube's latest requirements for monetizing their videos and getting their content seen by fans like you. With 24 channels hosted by YouTubers needing your support, and animated horror hosts Dead West and Mandy from Screaming Soup. Tar Nations! How dare you to survive the Creepy Channel Crawl? Goes live Saturday, February 17th at 9 p.m. Eastern, only on YouTube. Visit HorrorAddictsTV.com to see the schedule of channels dying ready to jump scare their fan base to meet YouTube's latest requirements for monetizing their videos.
Hello, welcome to the Creepy Channel Crawl. I am Gory B Movie. My co-host here, Demon Extraordinaire. And with us, we have an old friend and a new friend. We have the lovely, the talented HorrorGal and Tiffany. And we have a new buddy we've made, Ken, from Monster Cinema Productions. You guys want to introduce yourselves, talk about what you do?
Okay. You introduce yourself first, Susan.
Oh, are you sure? Okay. So yeah, I'm
Having a little trouble hearing you, Susan.
It's because it's on my phone. I've got it on my computer, but I don't know how to get back in from my computer.
I heard you fine earlier. Oh no, dude.
I don't know. I'm
Just hold it closer to your mouth.
Do what?
Hold the phone closer to your mouth.
Oh man, that must be very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is. Hello?
Did he get his devil stick?
Hold the phone.
It's saying manager chat.
Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and just, Ken, you want to talk about Monster Cinema Productions a bit?
Okay, sure. Trying to. Okay, so basically, I've been making horror short films for about, like, if you count this year, then it's about 5 years, and I've been doing reviews, I've been doing so many things, and I just like to do those things because I have love for horror, and it's my thing, so that's really it. So check my channel out.
Yeah, you're going to find links to both of these amazing people, HorrorGal and Ken from Monster Cinema Productions, in the description below. And let's talk about the Creepy Channel Crawl. So this is something that we came up with because there are some amazing channels out there, really talented people who are producing really awesome content that unfortunately you might not get to see because now that YouTube has changed their requirements for monetization, a channel has to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, which if you have a show where you're making maybe 4-minute videos and those videos take you a couple weeks, you're probably not going to have that watch time regardless of how good your show is. And that kind of stinks. And if YouTube can't make money off of that video, YouTube isn't going to recommend that video. And so that really hurts that channel. However, here on Horror Addicts, we're doing all right. We're still going to be monetized. And I credit this largely to, we did a lot of streams last year. Like a lot. And when you think about it, like we have 49 people watching right now. For each of those people, we get an hour of watch time. That really adds up. So if you guys continue to support the channels in this crawl and you watch them, they're going to really rack up that watch time and hopefully be monetized before the 20th. And of course, for everyone in the crawl, you know, just doing these live streams is going to really help you out. So that's something I highly recommend.
Yeah.
Oh, they can barely hear me?
Oh, I can't hear that.
Oh, we can't hear you. Whatever you flipped, flip it back. You have no audio. Whatever you switched before on your mic, switch it back. We can't hear you.
The world has been mute. Attack of the mute. Attack of the mute monsters.
You gotta work out all the kinks in the first hour, so all the little bugs.
When the mute monster comes, you can't hear anything.
That's so.
But let me see if my God. Yeah.
Yeah, whenever she switched that, it was completely silent, but when she switched it back, it didn't come back on.
This is going good.
Can you hear Gory?
What?
Gory, shake your head for us.
I can't believe we just started and then something goes wrong.
Switch that.
It's on
was
there.
completely silent, but when you switched it back, it didn't come back on. Okay.
Okay, let me check on the stream if anybody could hear them.
Oh yeah, because see, you guys, anybody?
Even in the stream, I can't hear.
Yo, you can't.
Can you guys hear me?
Okay, right now it's a bit.
Okay, you guys are getting my audio off of a webcam, so it's probably not the best. But can you guys hear me in the chat?
Now.
Yep.
Alright, so let me know in the chat if you can't hear me. I think we're good now.
If you can.
Good here.
Okay. So, I think we're good. Yes, Dino says it's working. I trust Dino. We are good. Let's get back to talking about some horror and not my microphone.
But we just talk about but everything about Michael. Like, what kind of microphone is it? Where is it from? Where do you get it? How much did it cost?
This is what I deal with. This is what I deal with every day.
I think we all know it's a crazy one. I mean, I don't know. It's not crazy at all.
Turn it up. Turn it down. Anyhow, so to introduce my guests, Ken here on Monster Cinema Productions, as he mentioned, he has made quite a few short films. I would also like to commend Ken on his fantastic music taste. Boy likes the Beatles and I think the Bee Gees, right?
Yeah, I like the Bee Gees.
Yeah. I like it. I dig it.
Yeah, you're not weird.
He is also a massive horror fan. I think the first video of yours I saw was your Saw reviews, which were awesome.
So that was quite a painful marathon though. The first one was fantastic and then it just goes down.
I know, but Jigsaw was pretty good. Did you guys see Jigsaw?
I didn't got to see Jigsaw. I thought it was very average.
I liked it. For people in the chat asking, yes, my headache has gone down. And my ghoul HorrorGal, one of my earliest friends here on YouTube, and we've stuck together through it all, right, Susan? What?
I think you guys are doing too many beers.
I haven't had any beers because there's children. LOLZ, what kind of person do you think I am? Susan, over on her channel, she does unboxings. She is a huge, biggest, probably Elvira fan you will ever meet. She's done some Elvira cosplay.
Yep.
She's a huge Halloween fan. She has visited locations from some of her favorite movies. She does a lot of everything. So these are two channels. You're going to find their links in the description below. And they're freaking awesome.
And she's the only Elvira fan that I know that actually get to meet Elvira.
I've met Elvira. So is LOLZ.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
I got it wrong.
I have 1, 2, 3 people in my Elvira.
Have you met any horror icons over in your part of the world?
No.
Dang it.
Sadly.
And where are you from? You just moved to New Zealand, but where did you move there from?
I moved from Thailand, Bangkok, actually.
Hi, Mom. Would you mind to explain to the viewers why our backgrounds are very different?
Huh?
Did they ever explain to the viewers that you move your desk?
No, I don't think they need to know about that, honey. Okay, sorry. I just got a message from Emily that I need to fix my gory hole chat. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix the gory hole. So, do you recognize Susan's doll, Ken?
It's Tiffany from Bride of Shaki, Seed of Shaki, and what else it appears? It appears in Cult of Shaki, actually, a little bit though.
Yeah. Cool.
I recognize that.
Yeah, we've had some issues with that doll. Quite a few.
But my dog playing with a squeaky toy, you guys. I'm sorry. Phone to you. I don't. put it down. Okay.
Okay, I have refreshed the gory hole. The gory hole is refreshed. Alright, it looks good. Maybe. I don't know.
Yep.
What do you have?
Alright, I might have to just add it in again. Whatever, I can do that.
And we made
Wow! Oh my god, Dino! That is so incredibly generous! Dino just gave us a huge donation, guys! That is amazing! LOLZ, are you gonna do a song? Is that what you're doing?
Who is the best? Who is the best? It's Dino. Because he gave us $50, it looks like.
That's pretty awesome.
Because he's epic. What's
All
his
right.
name? Dino. I'll probably do the same every single time. It may be
So,
do you, yeah, Dino, that is incredible. Thank you. I've never, ever gotten a donation that big before. So, thank you. Sorry, I'm a little distracted because I'm trying to fix the gory hole chat. So, because, you know, it's just not a stream unless there's a billion and one technical difficulties, right?
I think that's what is a stream. I mean, technical difficulties.
So, Ken, you are 12, correct? You're 12, Ken?
yeah, I'm 12. I'm turning 13 this year.
Dude, that's awesome. LOLZ here is 13, so
2014.
what are the struggles of being a young horror fan?
Well, the struggle is that people who are like adults, I actually got like, one time I'm in like on this app where like any horror community could be. Well, I actually have a profile in there, and then next what happened is that some guy who is like older than me report, and then I got banned. And then on YouTube, there's one guy who almost reported me for. Well, that's the hardest thing by far, is that you're like you like it, but people who don't really understand would just like, that's inappropriate. You have to get out of here, ban, something like that. And that's the hardest thing, like, cause like some people reaction say, oh, it's cool, and others they just don't understand. They just want me to be gone, basically.
I understand that. I mean, because we have LOLZ in a lot of our videos, and so we occasionally get people who are like, you know, a lot of people think it's really cool that we're a horror family, and then sometimes we get people who think that it's messed up that we have a kid in our videos who watches horror movies. Though LOLZ doesn't really watch anything really intense. We mostly watch a lot of Universal horror, old school horror, right?
That's good. That's pretty good.
Friday the 13th.
And I watch my favorite show.
What's your favorite show?
We all know what it is.
What?
It's obvious.
What?
Scooby-Doo.
Oh, and he loves Scooby-Doo.
It's my guilty pleasure show. Guilty.
You guys know what we found at the junkyard here? Well, I didn't find it. My friend found it and sent me a picture, but she found a mystery machine, like a van decked out like the mystery machine in the frickin' junkyard. Like, if I knew how to fix a car,
That's awesome.
I would buy that in a heartbeat.
I'll be I'll be like, just fix it. Okay, I'll be using it when I'm 16.
You saw nothing, LOLZ. You saw nothing.
Yeah, you did not drink a beer just now. Good job.
Do you like Scooby? Oh, Susan, I'm having the worst time hearing you.
Oh my god.
The monster strikes again.
The mute monster strikes again. The mute monster.
She's just kind of going like, wop,
coming
wop, wop,
back.
wop. Do you just want to sign to us? I mean, I don't know sign language, but Emma does in the chat, I think.
That's what I did.
What questions do you have, Lolzy Ballsy?
I have no idea. I'm not good at
What do you want to ask Ken? Ken is currently living over in New Zealand.
What was the very first whole experience you experienced? I don't know.
He wants to know what your first horror movie was, Ken.
Yes, all TV.
My first horror movie I saw, I think it was like, this movie is absolutely horrible, I warn you. I think it's, what's that? I don't remember the name. It's basically like this low budget 1970 like movie. Basically, I used to be with my mom, and basically like she would buy me random movies every single day. And
wow,
the first, and that was when I was like, that was in like 2008 2008 or 2009 or something, and then she buy this dinosaur movie. I was excited because the cover looks awesome, and when I watch it as a kid I thought it was amazing, but as an adult when I rewatched it I thought it was absolutely horrible. I don't remember the name anymore, but it's just so bad. Like, they use a dinosaur toy.
A dinosaur toy? What movie is it?
Yeah.
Do you remember what it's called?
I think. Wait, let me. If I know it, I'll maybe tell you later. But for what I remember, it's a 1970 movie. Basically, it's like very low budget. Terrible.
All right, we're gonna try calling Susan again. See if that works.
I have the perfect name for it.
From Milk Monster. Now there's what else? There's something else. I don't know. I'm not gonna make up any names.
And you're a big Godzilla fan too, right, Ken?
Yeah, I'm a huge Godzilla fan.
What's your favorite Godzilla movie?
I think it was the first one, 1954 Godzilla, because that one looks really realistic on how they depicted it. It's basically in real life. It's basically just a movie about how Japan got attacked by got the Hiroshima bomb, but they just replaced the bomb with Godzilla. Basically, it's very dark. It's so depressing.
I think a lot of the really good horror movies do that. They're sort of you can enjoy them as just a monster movie. You can enjoy Godzilla as a monster movie, but then you can also enjoy it as a metaphor for something that's really happened in the world, right?
I think you know what? People say Godzilla movies are just adventure movie, but if you watch the first one, and do you remember when there's a scene where Godzilla was about to crush a building in the 1954 version, and there's a mom and two kids, they just say soon you guys will be with your dad. That's some hard stuff right there. Yeah, that's true horror right there.
Yeah, it really is. I love that movie. I like the first one. I think I agree with you that it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
But some of the sequels are just really ridiculous and fun. Like when Godzilla gets his baby, his son of Godzilla.
And also that one time he had a rocket fall to the sky.
Yes, when he had his rocket fall to the sky.
Have you watched Revenge? Have you watched Godzilla's Revenge? That one's absolutely horrible.
Some of them are pretty bad. What did you think of the new one? The new American one? Not Shin Godzilla, but the newest American one.
I thought it was that one. When I first saw it, I absolutely love it. But from the time goes on, I start to thought it was bad. Just because I'm not gonna go in because of people they don't show Godzilla that much, but just because of basically they kill the best character off and everything, and it's just absolutely unnecessary. I recommend people to watch the Gareth Edwards film Monsters. I think that film is better.
That's a good one. It's very similar to that movie in a lot of ways, I thought. Yeah. How you doing, Susan?
I think she's freezing.
Oh, poor Susan! Should I call you back?
Well, can you hear me at all?
Very faintly.
I can hear you.
It sounds like you have...
I have Skype on my new Mac, but every time you call me, it's not ringing on there.
Are you using the same account?
People are talking about Godzilla movies right now.
Do you just want to hang out then and we won't make you talk? I don't know what else to do.
I kind of feel bad about it.
It's okay. We can just look at her pretty face.
Yeah, you must be the dad.
You could look at me. You could look at her right there, and you could look at Jason. Jason with a piece of shirt.
CP, I'm watching you, buddy. So, what has the horror community been like? Because, from my experience, it's a very unique community. The only thing I can compare it to in my life is I was on roller derby team for 5 years, and it's that was like a sisterhood. Like, we would do anything for each other, and that's how I feel about the horror community. I feel like, you know, I've made real friends on here. You know, when people say they're just your internet friends, I disagree with that. The horror community is really tight, and I feel like we get each other's backs. Have you guys had that experience too? What's it like for you?
Well, basically, in my experience, like, I like horror things, but when I was back in like my old country, like, nobody was like me, and when I discovered the horror community, it really feels like I have like people who are like me, and it really makes me feel not alone. And people who don't like horror, they think that, oh, people in horror community are freaks or crazy, but they actually feel with very nice people, warm people, and people who are just absolutely nice. Some people that I met in the horror community is some of the best person I have ever met.
And it's not even just on YouTube. Like, when I go to conventions, you guys probably wouldn't know it from watching me on YouTube because I seem so weird, I guess, or crazy, but I'm a pretty shy person, and so I don't usually just go up and talk to random people. But when I go to a horror convention, I just feel like these are my people. Like, I can go up to anybody there and start up a conversation, because even if we don't like exactly the same movies, our love of this thing that's not exactly mainstream kind of bonds us in a way.
Yeah. It's pretty nice to know that people, like, there's a lot of people who still like horror, and many things. They like monsters, like supernatural, they like cult movies. You know, it's just very nice to hear that.
And it's strange because there is that criticism, like, you know, I remember Eli Roth published something on Twitter, a while ago, like a couple years ago, but it was this feedback he gets from people saying that people who like horror movies must be somehow messed up, that they enjoy seeing people in pain and stuff. And he actually had all these reports and studies, and there's similar reports and studies in a book I've read called Men, Women, and Chainsaws, where people who love horror actually tend to be more empathetic because they're able to, like, relate to these characters and sympathize with them. And I think a lot of times horror fans are even able to sympathize with the monsters. I just think having that release for us, I don't know, I don't think it, I think it somehow makes us less monstrous because we have that release. We're getting rid of it. What do you guys think?
When I was watching Frankenstein, the 1931 version, I actually feel very sympathy for the monster. It's a monster that it's just misunderstood, basically. And Boris Karloff's performance, like, absolutely great. He's the all-time best Frankenstein, basically. He's the Frankenstein monster.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Sandra?
Yeah, Sandra.
She said she loves your mask.
Yeah. I cannot pronounce her last name, I'm sorry.
Brenner? I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not positive.
I have no idea.
What about you, LOLZ? What is being a horror fan like for you? Especially, like, LOLZ, I remember we went to Crypticon last year. You were the youngest panelist they've ever had.
Ever? Well, not ever, I mean.
Yeah, ever.
No, there was one ever. I can't remember.
No, they never had a kid before. Anyway, what's it like for you?
It's fun being horror, you know, in the horror community, but there's only one bad thing about it. Dinner. Because, no offense, Mom, dinner plus horror movies does not equal.
LOLZ does not like to watch horror when we eat. I know. What about you guys? Do you guys not like horror when you eat?
I eat while watching horror movie. One time I was watching Everyday Real Horror, and I was eating popcorn.
Yeah, see, my kid brother and I have two younger brothers that I grew up with, and one of them was a big horror fan as well, and we used to come up with the most disgusting recipes we could because we'd want to make it even more scary. So, like, I remember the worst one was we got rice and we covered it in ketchup, and I think we put grapes and stuff in it to be like eyeballs, so they make that squish thing. And then we'd eat that, and we're like, oh, we're eating maggots and eyeballs covered in blood.
So awful.
Yeah, or we'd put, a lot of the stuff involved ketchup. We couldn't cook. Ketchup or spaghetti sauce. Like, another time we did it with gummy worms covered in spaghetti sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess I'm not like LOLZ in that way. I like making things as scary as possible.
From you talking about that, I have come up with a disgusting recipe. You know what is it?
What is it?
donut eye. You see donut have a hole, put an eye.
Oh, that would be really cool. We have a place up in Washington and in Oregon as well called Voodoo Donuts, where they make the most insane donuts, like voodoo doll, like literal voodoo doll donuts, and they have a whole bunch of donuts that are probably too inappropriate for me to mention, but they make some great donuts.
They have maple bars. I cannot pronounce the word maple.
Maple bars?
Yes. Why can't I pronounce that? I hate when it happens. Oh, I'm okay, but it's wood. I cannot pronounce.
So, should we ask the chat if they have any questions? Do you guys... Now, Horror Gal, Susan, is going to have a bit of trouble answering your questions unless she can maybe act it out, or... I don't know. She can certainly try. She can try. And we got Ken and LOLZ here, or myself, so... Jump on in if you guys want to just join the conversation. You guys have a question to ask, something that you want to discuss in the half hour we have left. It's going by so quickly. So are you guys going to watch the whole crawl?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. No, sweetie, you're going to bed because you have school tomorrow.
Wait, Lizzie.
Yes.
Basically, the amazing thing is that my homework is only to make a poster on not to like drink chemicals in the lab. And I'm done.
Yeah, well, you still have school tomorrow. I am going to try to watch the whole crawl. If I have to take a nap, Danny will take over for me. And then at the end of the whole crawl, I don't know what time it will be in your time zone, Ken, but you guys can check. There's a full time conversion table on the Horror Addicts website. I've got Australia, New Zealand, all of America, UK, everything on there. But yeah, we're going to have an after party with party hats, and I'm probably going to be really loopy and tired.
You know,
and even if we can watch like...
Screaming Soup's going to be at the end of all of these. So you're, what are some HorrorTube channels you like, LOLZ?
Screaming Soup.
You gotta get closer.
That was awesome.
Screaming Soup?
Yes.
Yeah, you marathon Screaming Soup, huh?
Yes.
And we love Dead West and Mandy, and they actually sent us an autograph of theirs recently. And Billy's my favorite, which is cool. And they won an autograph of LOLZ, because LOLZ is cooler than me and Danny. So.
Can you give me the poster they can sign?
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I got it somewhere in here. I just rearranged my office. What are some cool channels that you like, Ken, that we can maybe give a shout out to?
Well, some might...
Oh, hey, my buddy Simon, the Time Lord, is in the chat. Hey. Anyway, sorry, Ken, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's fine. Basically, one of my favorite horror channels is Dead Meat because of, like, the sense of humor. I like him a lot. Dead Meat.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Because, like, one of the different things about Dead Meat is that if you go and search kill counts in other channel, they're not gonna, like, talk about the movie, basically. And Dead Meat's, like, the only channel that do kill count that actually make jokes and talk about the movie. So I like Dead Meat a lot. And another ones that I like, I think that's it, really. Let me see on my... Let's see what else I like watching Emmy MacLeod. She's a big Tim Burton fan.
Oh yeah, she has a book. She does a lot of books, right?
Yeah. I wish I could read some of those books. I can't buy them, of course.
Yeah.
What else do I have?
We have a lot of great channels in our featured channels. A lot of them are here in the chat right now, like Will I Like It Reviews and the Late Late Horror Show, Spooky Astronauts, The Death Twitch, HorrorGal, of course, you, of course. Yeah, there's a lot of good channels out there. Oh, that's right, HorrorGal can actually type her responses, too. There you go. Susan, you're thinking outside the box now.
Another shout out, if you guys really like saw traps, you guys should go check JLGR Productions, because they do a lot of like stop motion, like they just like create, they make up their own saw trap and they make it with like stop motion. It's very great. You guys should go check that one out if you want to. Yeah, if you want to say something. What else do
we also have one of our horror family on Patreon, Beth here, and Horror Miser Monty G. So that's awesome. Yeah? Yes, it is a Friday the 13th shirt. It says, this one time at camp, guess what happened? Murder! That's what happens every time I go to camp.
You know what's funniest thing? he's wearing a Jason mask, but he's not wearing a Jason shirt. And you're not wearing a Jason mask, but you're wearing a Jason shirt.
You want to trade?
He loves pizza more than horror movies,
Smart.
but it's
Smart.
pretty close. Right? What's better, pizza or horror?
Pizza horror.
Horror pizza? Oh my gosh, if you had the pizza from A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, you would have the best of both worlds. You'd have a horror pizza. Right?
Right then.
I feel like I'm drunk. Even though
You feel like you're drunk?
I'm 24-hour drunk.
If we just started, this is hour 1, buddy.
It'll probably be really creepy.
You can stay up all night because you don't have school tomorrow.
What can I?
It would probably be very creepy if I was like walking in an alley or something, and then there's a pizza shop called Crave Inn, and I go in there, and then next they have like the menu, and they say, and one of the things in the menu says like so in the pizza.
Here's a question. This is a good one. And Susan, you can either try and answer or answer in the chat. What is the scariest food? Honey, don't touch the computer or you're going to turn it off. He's like kicking the computer. I know. Put your feet up on me. Put your feet up on me. What is the scariest, the biggest food-related scare in a horror movie? I think for me, it might be Poltergeist when he's eating the chicken leg. Or my favorite though, not scariest, but probably my favorite is The Stuff.
Stuff. That was a really fun movie. I remember that guy who like eat the ice cream and his mouth start opening large.
Put your feet up.
That's absolutely
Or go
fun.
cross-legged.
Okay, what is some of my favorite scares in movies?
Scooby-Doo.
No.
Cotton Candy Glove.
There's a movie.
That wasn't scary at all.
What's your favorite one? That doesn't have to be scary. HorrorGal said Lost Boys, the maggots, right?
That was absolutely gross.
Yeah, that one messed me up on Chinese food for a long time, too.
Horror movie doesn't really scare me that much, but some of the things that got me jumped is in Starship Troopers, where like the sergeant just say like, put your hand on the wall, and like he just take the knife and it hits him on the head. It just get me jumped just because like, why would he like throw a knife to the head on purpose? Like, it just creeps me out.
I know.
I don't know why. That thing just got me by surprise. I don't know why.
I also have to mention The Killer Tomatoes. That's another scary food movie.
Oh yeah, that's a very funny movie.
I also recently saw Attack of the Killer Donuts. It's as cheesy as it sounds, and it's got Ponyboy from The Outsiders in it. C. Thomas Howell.
Oh.
And he's still kind of hot, Susan. I wouldn't lie to you about that, would I? No.
Oh, but Mom, there's only one thing bad about it. It doesn't have a good theme song.
It really doesn't.
I mean,
Yeah.
have you heard the Killer Tomato theme song?
Attack of the Killer.
Sorry, we can sing it.
I know. You want to sing the Killer Tomato theme song? We can sing it. I don't care. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Do it.
I forget the song.
You know, my favorite part in that movie though is when they.
Oh, Jason Takes a Medal, Soylent Green. Fantastic.
My favorite scene in that movie though is the library scene where it's just like tomatoes. Everybody's running away. It's so funny. Tomatoes. I wish you know what? I wish I could just be in a library. I was reading a book and it's just tomatoes. Everybody running away.
I love it. Jaime mentioned the custard in Dead Alive. That's a good one. Oh my gosh. Our friend, the homicidal homemaker, Casey, if you haven't checked out her channel, she actually shows you how to make not only the custard from Dead Alive, but the stuff. She does tons of horrific, horror-themed recipes, and she's just amazing. She's hilarious, and she's awesome.
You mean what is
it's like the nerdy nummies of horror.
I think I have watched that before. Wait. You mean she's the one who's making like horror recipes? Horror-themed recipes?
Horror Miser Monty G mentioned cooties, and I know he's talking about those chicken nuggets, and that is just gross. That scene turned my stomach, and it's like the first thing you see in the movie, too. Oh, that one turned my stomach. Oh.
What's the only thing I can think about is that one thing from that one game.
What game?
Well, you've seen the Ghostbusters video game. There's one ghost who poisoned a critic, and then he poisoned everyone in the whole entire place by accident, and he died, and everything except for that place died by poison.
I don't know what game that is.
It's the Ghostbusters video game.
Oh, the Ghostbuster video game?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I know that reference.
Something strange going on here.
Another one I thought of, guys, was dumplings. Have you guys seen that one? Do you know what the dumplings are made of? They're made of babies, and they make you stay young. So, I don't know. Some might consider that a fair trade-off. Ooh, the very handsome Danny Nightmare is in the chat. What? He's actually been very sick. I hope he's okay. He's at work now.
I'm not gonna get some.
You're gonna go, my love?
Waters.
Alright, well, hurry back if you want, or don't. I don't know. You might have kid stuff to do. Alright, now that he's gone.
What was the funniest?
Alright, go. I gotta get out my Coke and strippers now. Nothing, honey. Nothing. Oh, Ken, you heard nothing. You heard nothing.
Okay,
nothing.
Nothing happens.
Ooh, you know what? Danny is sick. You guys know what I saw yesterday? Let's segue from food horror to kids horror. A movie I saw the other day that I loved was Coco. How many of you guys seen Coco? It is so good. It's this Disney movie, but it's about a little kid in Mexico who wants to be a singer, but his family completely forbids music because he had a great-great-grandfather who left his great-great-grandmother, and he was a musician. He left to go be a musician. And he tries to steal a guitar, so he gets sent to the underworld, and the only way he can go back is if he gets the blessing from somebody in the underworld. But most of his family there will only give him the blessing if he doesn't play music. So he's like, well, I'm going to find my great-great-grandfather. He'll give me his blessing and give me the blessing to play music. So it's really good. It's a little sad, but it's so good. It's just so good. You know what else is good? Monster House. That's a good kids horror. Whoa, hey, buddy. Hi, honey. Close the door, my love.
Hey, Mom, what are you drinking? Beer.
Close the door, sweetness.
Hey, Mom.
How'd it go?
I thought it's okay for me to see you drink alcohol, and it's okay for a 12-year-old.
Look like Susan's gone.
I do not get you logic.
Because he doesn't know what this is, because they probably have different beverages where he's from.
Cat.
Oh my goodness, this cute kitty. Do you want to show him your kitty? Alright, go get your kitty. LOLZ has kitty. So, the story of how LOLZ got a cat. LOLZ actually eats cats. And he eats cats. And so we used to keep a lot of cats around. And finally, he got a cat that tried to eat him back. And LOLZ just realized that was the cat for him. So he's kept it. His name is Kirby, and now he is a member of the household. Oh, Brocky, I'll show you my pup dog. This is so not horror related, but whatever.
I mean, sometimes you have to go
Come here.
for doing something.
Come here, baby. Alright, this is Brocky.
Oh,
Brocky! He's so cute. He's a weird
One of the things I can't stand is basically like dogs. Like if I see like pets, I will be like, my heart.
Alright, there's LOLZ's kitty cat.
Okay, everyone. Go to the channel for cats.
So cute.
Is he cute? Extreme kitty close-up.
Yeah, extreme kitty close-up.
This is a perfect segue for the next topic.
What?
Best horror cats.
Alright, close the door and we will discuss best horror cats. We got a little bit of time left. I'm going to give you guys two of my favorite best horror cats right now. Jesus, Susan, that cat is really cute. It's really distracting.
My favorite cat is the cat from Alien.
The cat from Alien, Jonesy?
Yes.
Well done, good pick. I'm going to say General from Cat's Eye is a good one. The cat from Sleepwalkers, the one that the cop owned, and my favorite one would probably be Church from Pet Sematary.
Oh, I'm gonna say Pet Sematary too.
Oh, no! I lied! Guess which one's my favorite cat of all time in a horror movie?
Look at the eyes!
What's wrong with my eyes? Okay, as I was saying, As I was saying, my favorite cat all time in a horror movie is the cat from The Unwanted. It is so cool. This cat goes on a boat, and he's like a mutant cat, and then when he's threatened, he pukes up another smaller cat. Like, he regenerates. It's the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, Mom.
That is like the best, worst movie. It's amazing.
Mom, is this cat a teenager?
I don't know.
Is he a
For you guys,
teenager?
You gotta get closer so they can hear you, my love.
So, is the cat from Unwanted a teenager or a ninja?
He's an orange cat, like your cat.
Or a turtle?
No. He is not a mutant turtle. Cat people, I don't know if cat people counts, except for maybe when she's a panther? Maybe?
Can I ask you guys something?
Yes.
For you guys, what is the worst horror movie you have ever saw by far?
The worst I've ever seen... Gosh, that's a tough one, because I've seen some bad ones.
I know the Australian movie that we watched. I forget what it's called. With the ghost biker.
Oh, Lowell says the worst he's ever seen is Lemon Tree Passage. I don't think that's the worst I've ever seen.
It sucks. Don't ever watch it.
Chupacabra Territory was pretty bad. That's probably the worst one I saw of last year.
Oh, yeah. Who was that made by again?
I don't remember.
Was it a Reaper?
No, you're thinking of Chupacabra.
For me, it was the worst.
I actually kind of like Chupacabra.
Movie, for me, the worst horror movie for me by far is this one. It's so bad you can't even know what kind of movie is it. I'm gonna say it after last season, basically. That film, it starts at first as this drama climb something, then the climax of supernatural or something, and then it just doesn't make any sense. It's messing with your minds. And the funniest thing is that nobody can know the story, basically. Nobody can make it out what story is. And the funniest thing, the director of the film just write on IMDb, he just make up the story so people could watch, and he just create 10,000 accounts to give his movie 7 or 8% or something.
Oh my gosh.
So bad.
I have to agree with HorrorGal. I saw Muck as well, and Muck has good stunts in it, because Kane Hodder does the stunts, and it looks like it's probably a good movie, but it's shit. Down to the writing, it's shit. It's supposed to take place in between two other movies, so already it doesn't make any damn sense. And the thing that pissed me off the most about it is what? Watch my language. Oh, I'm sorry, Ken. I'm sorry, I have bad language.
It's fine.
Lols is reminding me to watch my language. Sorry. Anyway, it's not good, Ken. It's not good. And here's why it's not good. Because I think if you're making an indie movie, you should show respect to the classics. And if you can't do that, then I don't think you have a place in this genre. And at one point, they talk about a town called West Craven, and they say it used to be good, but these days it kind of sucks. Basically, talking about Wes Craven films, and I thought that I didn't really care for that. So it kind of killed the whole movie for me, because your little indie movie doesn't get to criticize Wes Craven. He's a legend.
And also one thing
He's reinvented the genre 3 times.
It's really disrespectful too, because he just passed away. 2015.
Yeah. Granted, that movie came out before he passed away, but I still thought it was really disrespectful because he's done so much in the genre that I think he definitely deserves any horror fans' respect.
I think they just judge him for Scream 3, actually. I think they just judge him for that. And for me,
Scream 3 is not that bad.
Movie, judge just for one movie is just so wrong.
Honestly, overall, as far as all of his movies go, I think him and John Carpenter have a pretty good record. I mean, even their bad movies, I think, are pretty good. Not all of their movies are maybe the best thing ever. There's a movie, God, what is it? Invitation to Hell, I think. It's an early Wes Craven movie where you see a guy in a spacesuit go down to hell, but that is still highly entertaining. Spaceman in Hell, guys! Spaceman in Hell!
Without Wes Craven, you're not gonna get you're not gonna get Freddy Krueger, you're not gonna get Ghostface, you're not gonna get movies what is that? Wait a minute.
Hey, Tony!
Basically, you're just not gonna get Freddy Krueger and Ghostface if you don't have Wes Craven.
Well, and there's also Last House on the Left. So I mean, he's done. That's a huge movie in horror. Like one of the first big movies. One of his first big contributions to horror.
Hey guys, do you know what the scariest movie of all time is? Scary Movie.
Ha ha ha. Careful!
That was good.
You're hilarious.
What's that now?
It's basically a rip-off of Scream, kind of.
Okay, do you guys want to hear some bad jokes?
Sure.
Alright, bad jokes. Okay. What do you call the Children of the Corn's father?
Corny?
Is it?
I
don't know.
You ready?
I don't know. Yeah?
Popcorn.
This is why you're my mother, Mom. This is why.
I know lots of Children of the Corn jokes, sadly.
Not too bad. Oh, God.
What are my thoughts on The Thing? I love the original Thing. I think the remake wasn't that great.
You know that always weirded me out?
But, what?
All the colors they could have chose for the, it chose for the title. They're like, a movie about an evil killer clown. Let's call it It.
So LOLZ is saying that he thinks that Pennywise and It should have had a better name than It, being that Pennywise is just one of his many personas. I don't know, it doesn't really bother me that much, dude.
I know, but it's very confusing.
Too, just because I think It is more descriptive, because since It can change so many forms, one of them is Pennywise, I think it kind of makes sense they call it, because what are they going to call it as? They're going to call it Monster? Pennywise could change it.
For me, it doesn't bother me. And Nostalgia Critic did a really great little bit where they did like the Who's on First with It, The Thing, Them, which was pretty good. Our buddy Homicidal Homemaker had a question though, and I'm going to ask you guys, Susan, you can answer in the chat. What 3 guests from the horror genre would you like to have dinner with, and why? Deceased or living?
That's who I want to meet. I'm thinking of who I want to meet. I think I probably want to meet three, right? 3.
I don't know. Is it supposed to be fictional or real? It's, I guess, because my fictional answers are different than my real people answers. But I guess my real people answers, deceased or living, 3 people.
Yep.
Oh, I know how to.
Oh, I know who mine are. I'm sorry, I want to interrupt you. I'm going to go Bela Lugosi just because I have so much respect for him and the work he did. And I just don't think he got enough credit in his life. And I just think he's a fascinating human being. And I love his movies. Wes Craven. And John Carpenter, probably. What about you?
I know it's real horror people, so I know choose Carrie. I know choose Freddy Krueger for one reason in particular, because then he can bring the 6 kebabs.
Okay, so he chose Carrie, Jason, and Freddy Krueger to bring the shish kebabs. Of fictional characters... Yeah, Freddy Krueger. Of fictional characters, I'm going to say Buffy the Vampire Slayer, bar none. She's my girl. I'm the biggest, hugest Buffy fan of all the times.
I'm still trying to watch Buffy movie. I'm still trying to watch like the entire series. I can't even finish it yet.
Oh my gosh, Stephen Atkins! No, I gotta trade out one of mine for Vincent Price. God, I would love to meet Vincent Price. I'm gonna add him on my other one because he plays enough characters that are him as well. So I'm gonna put Vincent Price in this one, and then also Sam from Trick or Treat.
Actually,
he just seems like a nice kid. He seems like a nice kid.
If it's real,
Susan gets it. She gets me, right, Susan?
I think I want to meet.
She gets me.
I think I want to meet maybe Herbert West.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Herbert West. I want to meet Bruce Campbell. And
I would love to meet Bruce Campbell. I know a lot of people have. Danny has met him, and he's had his books written by Bruce Campbell signed. He's supposedly very, very nice, and I believe it.
Who else?
How are you standing going for?
Almost an hour, big guy.
What?
Probably Edgar Allan Poe. Because
Edgar Allan Poe is a good choice.
Yeah.
Gosh, you know what else? My brother met him. And another real person I'd like to meet is Stephen King, just to pick his brain on some of his books and some of those endings that left me a little confused. Just want to hear his thoughts on them.
And if it's fictional characters,
you're going bed?
Water.
Alright. Goodbye, my child. Alright,
So, how are you with a fictional character?
I'm not a role model, Ken. I am not a role model.
Fictional characters. Who else want to meet with fictional characters? I probably want to meet.
There are a few people, like real life people, where I love them and I respect their work, but honestly, I think I would be too intimidated to meet them. Like Sarah Michelle Gellar. I love Buffy, but I would be really nervous to meet Sarah Michelle Gellar because it's like if she's not Buffy, I think it would break my heart. And obviously, she's not Buffy; she's a human being, so that would be hard.
That would be hard too.
Some people though, like John Carpenter. I've seen enough interviews of him where he just seems like such a nice guy that I would love to talk to him. I've met a lot of great horror people too, like Kane Hodder, Lance Hendrickson, really nice guys. Where it's just like, they're just people and they're easy to talk to and they have no kind of ego or anything. So those were great experiences. And Nicholas Brendan I met from Buffy.
I got now the true fictional character I want to meet. Since it's 3, can I count the whole entire can I count the whole team of Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Ooh, that's a good answer. I'd also like to meet Scooby-Doo.
I'm making fun of movies with him.
Who wouldn't want to be Scooby-Doo?
It would be very
hide
fun.
the burgers, man. Hide the burgers.
No, hide everything.
Hide everything. Yes.
Even drinkable or edible.
Okay, here's a question. And this is a gross question, but who picks up the Scooby-Doo poop on the Mystery Adventures? Like, do they have to actually stop what they're doing to pick up after the dog?
Actually, he's more humanist and brain.
He's more human. He uses the toilet?
Possibly.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Possibly.
You're so smart. You are so smart.
What? I need to use my imagination.
Ken, I think your mom's in the chat.
What?
I think your mom's in the chat. Ken
That's
Horror?
my host family's mom.
Huh?
That's my host family's mom.
Oh, hi!
Yes. Hi. Okay, so right now I got 10 minutes. I have to do this quick. Alright. So, I think maybe they have to right when they have at the back, they could open the door with him, like, he just poop out of that door. And what's going on? Like, poop.
You know what I want to see in Scooby-Doo though?
And then people who are just like, what if they're doing that while they're in the city and people are like, go! Oh,
that is funny.
Actually, I attacked the monster one time. The monster just threw us on the pool.
Oh, gross!
Because our friend's job pretty much never worked.
Susan, this is what happens when we stream with teenage boys.
And I had to say one more thing. You know what? One day I want to happen to Scooby-Doo one day.
What?
The cotton candy monster.
Closer.
Because just have his own episode in the View Scooby-Doo universe. Just have him get his own episode for once.
The Cotton Candy Glob?
Yes.
I dig it. I dig it.
I mean...
Sorry, Ken wants to say something. Let's let Ken talk.
I think I got an idea on where's the poop.
Where's the
they've been doing, like, the Scooby-Doo team they've been doing, but we never see them get paid. So, how are they supposed to eat something? So that means they stick the poop.
Do you think they do what they do in Supernatural? Like, do you think the Mystery Machine Gang is actually pulling, like, credit card scams? Because that's how they do it in Supernatural, right? I don't know. I mean, they seem pretty on the up and up on the mystery gang, but I don't know. Maybe.
Well,
that's something that the creators have to answer for us. So
how do they make money?
Actually,
how do they make money?
There is a possibility. Actually, there's a reason. There actually is an explanation for this. One big explanation is that because the puppet Scooby-Doo, they gave me the explanation.
What?
By giving me one thing to Daphne.
What?
Money.
Oh, he
Daphne,
says, LOL says that Daphne supports the group because Daphne's loaded. New segment, where's the poop? Dead Real, that needs to be a new show on your channel. By the way, I love Dead Real, and he occasionally has puppets, which is like the way to my heart. So, sub that guy.
Yeah, ever since Puppet Scooby-Doo Death, I've been having the big bucks.
Pretty much if there's puppets in something, it's like my new favorite thing. There's a movie coming out, a horror movie.
Damn.
Jeez, I feel so bad. James Marsters, who plays Spike and Buffy, is going to be in it, but it's going to be all done with puppets. It comes out in 2019. I wish I could remember the name of it, but stay tuned on Horror Addicts, because I'll talk about it more, but this I need to see. Puppets, guys, puppets! Puppets are the best thing. Puppets.
Hey, Mom, with the hand puppet.
Get a puppet angel.
Nowadays, people are just like using CGI. They didn't use any animatronics or puppets anymore.
Alright, Loz is going to show off Puppet Angel. Careful, he's my babes.
1 second, I have to do something.
No,
Fine.
Look at his wee little puppet man shoes. And his wee little puppet. I don't know why I'm speaking in a strange accent. Anyhow. A wee little puppet man.
And his wee little...
It's a wee little puppet man with his wee little puppet man shoes. It's the worst accent ever. I am terrible at accents.
Look at his wee little wee.
Ha, will you put him back for me? Alright, Lolzy. So, I need to wrap it up because my hour is almost up. Ken, what do you want to talk about before we let you go?
I want to talk that, thank you so much for letting me be in this. You two are very kind people, and even more people who are very kind to me. Thank you so much for letting me be in, and don't forget to subscribe and keep on going.
Absolutely, guys. Check out Monster Cinema. HorrorGal wants to know what your shirt says.
Is it backwards?
It says, if there's pizza, I'm there.
Yeah, there's pizza.
I love it.
And sit down, sweetness. Yeah, I love Labyrinth, speaking of Jim Henson's puppets. And since HorrorGal can't really talk, definitely check out HorrorGal. You can't hear her, but she's lovely and very funny and just great energy on her channel. Tons of unboxings, tons of horror knowledge. Girl knows her Michael Myers like inside and out.
Look at the background right there.
Yeah, she knows her Michael Myers. She knows her Elvira. She knows her horror, and she does a lot of great unboxings. She's got a great channel. Check her out. And if you have not already subscribed to Horror Addicts, we review all things horror all the time. Old horror movies, new horror movies, games, books. We even did a music one recently, and I think we're just about the only horror family I know of on YouTube. Me and my husband, the slasher, and my demonic son. So check us out. There's always lots of fun happening here. And next up in the crawl. Next up will be HorrorGal Susan. So meet us over on her channel. There is a link in the description below. And yeah, let's send it on over to our host.
One more word. Let's hope he's on mute. That'd be funny.
She won't be on mute.
That'd be funny though. That'd be funny. I'll tell you that.
You're so silly.
Alright,
Thank you so much, Ken. It was
great talking. And I want to talk to the audience just a bit.
Absolutely, go for it, sweetheart. We gotta run.
I salute you. Bye.
It's been great talking to you, Ken. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope we get to talk to you again sometime. Maybe you and LOLZ can do like a Kids of Horror stream or something. We'll work something out. And thank you, HorrorGal. I will see you in a bit over on your channel. And now, let's turn it on over to Screaming Soup. Bye, guys in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't run away. The Creepy Channel Crawl 24-hour marathon continues, featuring today's up-and-coming horror tubers.
Howdy, y'all. This is Dead West and Mandy from Screaming Soup, the web's #1 animated horror host show. We're proud to present the 24-hour marathon, Creepy Channel Crawl. We know the trials and tribulations of getting a YouTube channel up and running and how it's even tougher to get it seen. Recently, YouTube's made it even more difficult with new rules saying any channel with fewer than 1,000 subscribers and less than 4,000 hours of view time from the past year can't monetize its videos. This not only prevents a channel from making any money from its efforts, but impacts its potential for being distributed on YouTube for viewers to discover it and become fans.
That's why the HorrorTube community has come together, resulting in this 24-hour marathon organized by the Horror Addicts. Every hour, a different YouTube channel continues a live broadcast, helping raise awareness for other horror-related channels at risk for not meeting these new requirements. We encourage you to help HorrorTubers in need of support by clicking those subscription buttons, watching their videos, and raising their viewing time. Visit HorrorAddictsTV.com for the full marathon schedule with links to each YouTube channel ready to go live for your screaming support.
Now don't y'all go nowhere, because this tag rodeo is just getting started. Click the link and follow this live stream and hoedown to the next exciting channel.
Next in the marathon we have HorrorGal.
What? What's wrong?